Back to school season is in full swing here in Las Vegas, and one place is finding a unique way for students to show their appreciation when they head back to school. In an effort to encourage residents to go out and get vaccinated, community leaders are gathered here at Douglas Park, urging those who have not been vaccinated to go out and get the shot. Now let's take you back to the year 2000. Imagine Tyra Banks, girls dancing in a bar, and a song "Can't Fight the Moonlight" playing in your ear. Does it remind you of something? Well, if you thought Coyote ugly, then you are definitely cultured. Healthcare workers are preparing for another surge in COVID cases as the Delta variant is spreading fast here in the Las Vegas Valley. Las Vegas home prices are rising fast, and experts say that homes are selling at an all-time high. Getting your child's smile ready for back to school is becoming an exciting experience, and we spoke with one doctor, and he says, hey, the best thing you could do is take your child to visit the dentist. It may seem like a simple ask, but during the start of the pandemic, dentists say they've seen a big reduction in the number of children, especially, coming in for a routine checkup.
There was a big reduction in the amount of people bringing their children in for visits. I would say at least half.
That time away from the dentist's office may become more detrimental than parents may think.
By far, the biggest issue affecting children in their oral health is what we call early childhood caries. And what that is a condition where children tend to sleep with a bottle or carry around a cup of juice or even milk. And just the duration of the time on the teeth gradually softens all the enamel, and that causes just a cascade of issues.
Dr. Ray Tucker is a pediatric dentist with the Union Village Kids Dentistry. He says if your child already feels dental pain, it may be too late.
An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of treatment, is a saying that I like. And that's because if we can tell mom or tell dad, just little bits of information that really help preserve the health of their child, then when they do return for their exams, it's much less likely that they're going to need any treatment intervention.
As students return back to the classroom, Dr. Tucker says it's important to keep in mind those types of snacks you send your kiddos to school with.
Snacks that don't tend to cause tooth decay are things like dairy products, like cheese sticks are a good one. Things like peanut butter, granola, grains will not cause tooth decay like sugars will, refined sugars. So we want to avoid things like soda, juice, gummies, lollipops.
And no matter the age, Dr. Ray says a good routine could save you routine visits to the dentist.
So for kids, by far the most important thing is a routine. When children don't have a routine, it can just make it a lot more difficult to prevent problems. There's not always a way to reduce the anxiety. So what I like to tell parents is if you know your child has a lot of anxiety, you don't always need to talk about it. Sometimes the best thing to do is let the provider talk to your child. They keep you nice and clean. It's like a napkin, but I like to think of it as a cape.
Dr. Tucker says it's also helpful to bring them into a calming environment where seeing the dentist doesn't seem so scary.
We have a lot of equipment that can make things easier for children. So we have television screens on the ceiling, we have x-ray equipment that's modern and quick, and we have all the modern tools in order to make the things that we do need to do as pleasant as possible.
If you want to learn more information on how to keep your children's teeth clean, head to ktnv.com. Reporting, I'm Ciara White-Sparks, KTNV 13 Action News. Back to school season is in full swing here in Las Vegas, and one place is finding a unique way for students to show their appreciation when they head back to school.
People were pinning items on Pinterest, all kinds of different crafts, trendy crafts, but nobody was making them. Nobody had a space where they could go and find all of the supplies and all of the tools, make the crafts that they wanted to, and then have the mess be left behind. And so that was the inspiration behind Pinspiration.
And then a light bulb went off that has been sparking creativity ever since.
Give kids the opportunity to create, to be imaginative, to have a place to play.
That's why Pinspiration, along with Whisk and Spoon, wanted to host an event that will allow students to have a break from school, but keep their imaginations going.
If the parents can help the kids craft a little gift to bring to the teacher on the first day or maybe the first week, it really helps build that relationship that, I care about you, I care about that you're going to be teaching me, teaching my child.
Who doesn't love a sweet treat? One of the latest baking trends is decorating sugar cookies where you can essentially create any design you want.
They can give them to their teachers, they can give them to their other friends, moms and dads can give them to their kids.
And pay close attention, decorating cookies isn't as easy as you think it would be.
So when you're cutting the icing bags, you want to make sure there's a seam right in the middle of your bag. So you want to make sure that the seam is on the top and flat. You want to pipe as close to the edge of the cookie and go all around the cookie. And if you hold it like above a little bit, not too close to the cookie, you actually have a little more control of your icing. And then you want to follow your piping line and fill in the whole cookie.
Once that was done, it was time for the stem.
Just kind of imagine where your stem would be, and you do the same process with the stem, outline it, and then try to get as close to your red as possible.
You did a good job. I'm not an artist. That's why I'm in journalism.
We have this nice little boo-boo stick, as they call it, that fixes a lot of stuff. You just take your boo-boo stick,
Okay.
and you wipe away where you had the brown. And this icing is a little thicker so that it holds the leaf shape. You just take your icing, and I have a leaf tip, and then you just squeeze out the icing and make your leaf. And if you kind of push it back and forth, it'll make like little wrinkles in it. Use your little stick, your scribe, and you pop all the air bubbles.
And although my cookie didn't turn out quite like I expected, it tasted delicious. And don't worry, no experience is needed and beginners are welcomed. The decorating workshop will allow students to design their own back-to-school batch of cookies where they will learn techniques from piping, flooding, and stenciling. And as you can see, my finished cookie is very delicious. Students, if you're looking for something to do and give back to your teachers heading back to the classroom, head to Pinspiration's Back to School Cookie Decorating Workshop next week. Reporting live, I'm Ciara White Sparks, KTNV 13 Action News.